Egyptian civilization lovers and Egypt fans. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jana and this is Curves on the Road. Today I take you to the Egyptian city of Alexandria and I'll show you around. Follow me. We're at the Citadelle in Alexandria. At this very spot, the Lighthouse, one of the wonders of the ancient world, used to stand. So we're yet again playing the game. Let's see what you can't see. The Citadel was built in 15th century by a sultan with a big vision, but a very short name. His name was Al-Ashraf Saif al-Din Qail Bey. I think his friends just called him Al. The citadel was partially built from the stones that were preserved after the earthquake that destroyed the lighthouse. A friendly advice if you plan to visit: if you don't really like stairs and if you're particularly not a big fan of tall stairs, you can skip climbing to the third floor. There's literally nothing else to be seen from the third floor than it is from the first one. The best views are from the walls surrounding the citadel. The famous lighthouse was called Pharos and was built around 250 BC. We actually know quite well how it used to look because the pictures of it were, for example, found on the money, on the coins that they were paying with at the ancient times. It was one of the tallest buildings of the ancient world, and it was really solidly built. It stood for over 1,500 years. It was only destroyed by earthquake around 1375 AD, which means in the Middle Ages. So very solid construction. The design was so flawless that actually most of the current New Age lighthouses are inspired and look fairly similar to the one from Pharos. The city of Alexandria was built by Alexander the Great.
So, what shall we call this new city, O Alexander? Oh, sorry. Oh, Alexander the Great.
Yeah. I think we should call it Alexandria, after our great and powerful leader. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? There he is.
Well, you have founded a whole chain of cities from Greece to India.
Indeed I have.
And you named this one Alexandria.
Uh-huh.
And you named this one Alexandria, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Then there's Alexandria,
Yeah.
Alexandria,
Yeah.
and further east there's Alexandria.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's not forget Alexandria.
And here's an actual reconstruction how he probably looked. Yet another very easy name to remember, this mosque is called Abu al-Abbas al-Mursi. Due to COVID restrictions, we couldn't see the inside, so we admired just the outside architecture. And here's the one for women. We're at the Catacombs of Alexandria. This is where the ancient Romans were buried, and this site was discovered by accident by a donkey who fell into a ditch. Is there something like interesting? Not really. And down. Wings full of We're in the Catacombs. Underneath Alexandria, there's a burial site where the Romans buried their dead.
Like that for the big family or for a group.
The principal tomb chamber is breathtaking. It's so unique. It's a combination of the Greek, Roman, and Egyptian style, all nicely blended together. With the main character here being the Medusa. The tomb was probably originally meant for just one family, but with time it became a public cemetery. It's fascinating that our ancestors used to have the funeral festivities at the same place where they buried the dead. As we know, according to the ancient Greek myth, Medusa was able to petrify anyone who looked into her eyes. So the Medusa on the reliefs is supposed to protect the tomb against the unwanted visitors. Pompeys Pillar was mistakenly named like that by early travelers. In fact, it was dedicated in honor of the Roman Emperor Diocletian.
27 meters, one of the tallest and longest pillar here in Alexandria. It's made of red granite.
Apart from the column, you can also visit the nearby places that held some importance in Alexandrian life in the ancient times. So it's like a library for secret documents. You don't really have to go down under the stairs, there's nothing there, just a statue of a bull. Sphinx in ancient Egypt were known for giving riddles to the passerbys, and if they didn't know the answer, they devoured them. The original riddle was, what is it? It crawls on 4 in the morning, walks on 2 during the day, and walks on 3 in the evening. And the answer was a person's life cycle, basically, on 4 when it's a kid, then by 2 as an adult, and on 3 with a cane. But I have much better questions for the Sphinx. For example, why doesn't a bike stand on its own? Because it's too tired. What is orange and sounds like a parrot? Carrot. Why they are not playing poker in a jungle? Because there are too many cheetahs. And finally, why there are always groups of teenage girls by 3, 5 or 7? It's an odd joke, right? Well, it's simply because they can't even. Hi! Hi, kitty! We stopped for a lunch in a fish restaurant. Look at the view behind me. And the most important view is yet to come.
Mango.
This is like real shit, like it's so thick. And it's mango all over. Oh my god. And we're moving on to our final destination, and that is the famous Library of Alexandria. In the 1970s, the Egyptians decided to revive the memory of the ancient library of Alexandria and build a new one. The library looks spectacular already from outside. The front wall has examples of different styles of writing throughout the history. The ticket costs 70 Egyptian pounds. We are now in the Library of Alexandria. Wow. I like the architecture of this place. It surely is an impressive space. The main reading room covers almost 20,000 square meters. And the complex also houses a conference center, specialized libraries for maps, multimedia, the blind and visually impaired, for young people and for children. And there are 4 museums, 4 art galleries, and 15 permanent exhibitions. If that's not enough, there's also a planetarium and manuscript restoration laboratory. The more famous predecessor of this library was one of its kind. It was one of the largest and most significant libraries of the ancient world. And the library was actually part of a larger research institution called Museon, which is dedicated to muses, goddesses of the arts and proclaimers of heroes. Heroes like Hercules. Sorry, I got a little distracted. Where were we? Oh, okay, Alexandrian Library. Do you know how it was destroyed? I hear you screaming now, fire! Well, actually, the truth is, the library was damaged by the fire for sure, but its actual end was caused by the scholars leaving Alexandria because they were prosecuted there. There's a limited amount of people that can enter the library per day. I'm not sure if it's related to the pandemic restrictions or if it's just the general rule. So if you are planning to visit the Library of Alexandria, be mindful that it's better to start at this attraction. So if you can come in the morning before it opens, it's ideal. We like clothes on this channel. This museum I'm showing you right now was part of the ticket we bought for the 70 Egyptian pounds. But there are parts like the Papyrus Museum or some of the relics, and that one is extra. We didn't stay in Alexandria, we just took one-day trip from Cairo. So that's it, that's all I had to show you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me one pyramidal thumb up and subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of traveling content and some fashion, and I upload every Sunday. Thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely rest of your day and bye!